So, hello, peace be upon you. Welcome to another episode of the Happiness Revolution, where we talk about stuff that makes you happy and how we're gonna basically start a revolution in the world to make it a better, happier world, but not just a happier world, a world which treats the environment better, a world where we treat all these other nations and stuff together. And basically the happiness revolution is changing or fixing all the wrongs in the world, basically, and it's not impossible, it's very possible, and I'm going to demonstrate how in these videos. In the last video I jumped into talking about how to find employment, because we need jobs. Yeah, that's important, makes us happier if we have a job, got something to do, and have money. So that was one of the things I jumped into, just to demonstrate that this is not just theoretical talk, it's practical stuff. But it's really important that I step back and say, look, this is, answer some very basic questions like, who am I to be lecturing anybody, and how do I know anything? It's like, is it some special secret? Are these special secrets that I'm telling you? No, they're not. I'm going to come back to that in a minute. And even more important, I think, is how the revolution going to happen, and how we're sure it's going to happen. So I'm going to try to tell you all those things as quick as possible. I like 5 minutes. Let's just try to do 5 minutes. So, who am I? Nobody important. How do I know this stuff? It's not a secret. It's been taught to humanity throughout the ages, through things called religions, but we come to hate religion for good reasons. Understand that religious leaders be doing really bad things, but let's not throw the baby out with the bathwater, as it were. Yes, there are bad things that happen because of religious leaders who are basically politicians in disguise. Yeah, but it doesn't mean But the religions themselves talk about peace, while the religious leaders talk about war. So clearly they don't represent the religions, right? So let's not reject spirituality because of certain other people. Let's benefit. Take whatever if you find certain things useful, great. If you don't, then reject it, get rid of it. But increasingly, what's happening is that people are increasingly rejecting materialism, because they've tried it out and okay, we've done the drugs and the bad, all these different things, and bought massive widescreen TVs, but we're not happier really. We just got used to them. Look at we had smaller TVs before, we've got bigger TVs, just got used to it, made no real difference to our lives, realistically. So we've got to start to understand what we really want, and that's part of spirituality, understanding yourself. There's a manual to human beings that has always been known, okay, but we've ignored the manual, did it our own way, and misused it, and now we're not very happy, realistically. Depression and all that kind of stuff is on the rise, even though we're getting more and more stuff. So clearly we need it. It's not a secret. So let's move on. I could talk about that more and more in other episodes, but let's move on to how's the revolution going to happen? Well, the revolution starts from you. So just trying to look more into the camera, you see. So how's the revolution going to happen? Well, it starts from you. You are the building block of the happiness revolution. So if you benefited from it, the revolution has already happened within you. You benefited, so nothing to worry about really. But actually, people who are really nice, they actually do want to worry, because they don't want to just become happy themselves. They want to change the world. They want the world to become a happier place. So how's that going to happen? Well, those kind of people, these kind of really nice people who don't just want to be happy for themselves, but want to make the world a happier place, a more peaceful place where the weak are not oppressed, etc., etc. They, I think, will automatically be more hopeful, because happier people are more hopeful. They have more belief in what can be, and they will already have this understanding that we can live as brothers and sisters, and if we are more united, then we won't be easily controlled by bad governments who do bad things on our behalf. Okay, so that's a bit of a bigger picture. And once these governments, we like to blame. One of the bad things we do is we blame governments, but we don't realise the people in government come from us. They don't just pop out of they're not aliens from another world, they are from our societies. For example, the British government, which is trooping around, or the American government, which is trooping around, stealing oil and killing people, where do they come from? They come from the British people or the American people, etc., etc. So just stop blaming other people, stop realising the solution starts from you, ourselves, including me. It's not like I'm preaching this stuff and I kind of reached some sort of spiritual status or something, and it's a continuous improvement. We need to continuously improve ourselves. So if you're a good bloke, good girl, great, get better. We need to all get better, for this revolution to happen. And whatever good we do, we benefit for ourselves. If you believe in karma, you realise that I'm a Muslim, so I don't say it in a karma sort of way, but because religion is not, I mean Islam is not just an independent religion, it's part of a whole history of religions, including Hinduism, which teaches karma, and maybe Buddhism as well, but they're all connected. So don't think it's, this guy is preaching this one religion. That's a part of social propaganda that we've been subjected to for ages. So try to ignore your prejudices that you've got about religion, because it's kind of mistaught stuff, and give me a chance to explain it, and it's not just theoretical stuff about religion, it's very practical. It's just like, hello, this is how I can help you this way, that way, the other way, right? So anyway, better people make better families, better societies, better governments, and you'll benefit straight away as soon as you take on one bit of wisdom. It will change your life in so many ways, right? So the revolution will happen straight away and in the long term. And now, as you understand spiritual values, one of the things that people have rejected are prophecies, but those, again, that's part of this social propaganda that we've come to make fun of prophecies, which are actually very clear about this time that we're living in, which says that there will be a revolution, a spiritual revolution, which will change the world, and not just from Islam, but also from Christianity, also from Judaism, also from Buddhism, also from Hinduism, also from the Mayan times, which have been misinterpreted to explain that this is the end of the world, but it's not the end of the world, it's the last phase of humanity in which a great and important change will happen. And all these prophecies talk about a time when the whole world will come together, and this is the moment, and you can already see it happening. There's one global village, and my baby daughter's crying, so I'm going to end the video. Thank you very much for listening. Stay tuned.